You are eating a fruit right now that a dinosaur ate first. We are counting down 25 fruits that were eaten by dinosaurs and still exist today. Some of them you eat every single day, some of them you have never heard of. And by the time we get to number 1, you will never look at fruit the same way again. Not a distant relative of that fruit, not an evolved version, the exact same fruit, the same taste, the same seeds, the same tree. Dinosaurs were biting into it while they ruled this planet, and somehow, impossibly, it survived everything. It survived the asteroid, it survived the ice ages, it survived millions of years of extinction events that wiped out creatures far stronger, far bigger, and far more powerful than any fruit had any right to outlast. And now it is sitting in your kitchen. Most people walk through a grocery store every single week and have absolutely no idea that they are looking at some of the oldest living things on this planet. They grab a mango, toss in some avocados, maybe pick up a bunch of bananas, and walk right past millions of years of history without a second thought. They have no idea that the fruit in their hands once fed creatures that shook the ground when they walked. Number 1, Osage orange. We are starting with one you have probably never eaten, and there is a reason for that. The Osage orange looks like a lumpy green brain. It is inedible to humans, but scientists believe it evolved specifically to be eaten by giant ground sloths and mammoths, megafauna that lived alongside the last of the dinosaurs' descendants. Today, it still produces fruit, but there are almost no animals large enough to eat it. It is a fruit still waiting for its dinosaur to come back. Every single season it drops its strange green fruits onto the ground, and they just sit there, rotting away, because the creatures it evolved for are long gone. Number 2, ginkgo fruit. The ginkgo tree is often called a living fossil, and its fruit is just as ancient. Dating back over 200 million years, this tree survived mass extinctions, ice ages, and the very meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. The soft, fleshy seeds smell famously terrible like rotten butter left in the summer heat, but they are edible and still eaten across East Asia today. A dinosaur-era snack that became a delicacy. Scientists have found ginkgo fossils that are nearly identical to the trees growing on streets in cities today. Nothing about it has needed to change, because nothing about it was ever wrong. Number 3, citron. Before lemons, before limes, before oranges, there was the citron. It is the grandmother of all citrus fruits, tracing its lineage back tens of millions of years. Massive, thick-skinned, and intensely fragrant. The citron was spread by ancient animals long before humans ever cultivated it. Every single piece of citrus fruit you have ever eaten, every glass of orange juice, every lemon tart, every lime squeezed over your food, owes its entire existence to this prehistoric original. You have been eating dinosaur fruit your whole life without even knowing it. Number 4, wild banana. The bananas dinosaurs would have recognized look absolutely nothing like the yellow, seedless ones sitting in your fruit bowl. Wild bananas are green, stubby, and packed with hard seeds, so large they are nearly impossible to eat without cracking a tooth. They have existed for over 8 million years, spread by ancient fruit-eating animals across tropical forests. The sweet, convenient, perfectly yellow banana you love today is a modern human creation, a carefully cultivated descendant of this ancient, tough, dinosaur-era fruit. Every banana you peel is a domesticated version of something wild and prehistoric. Number 5, elderberry. Elderberry syrup, elderberry gummies, elderberry supplements, flooding every health store shelf. This trendy, immune-boosting berry is far older than its Instagram fame could ever suggest. Elderberries have fossil evidence dating back millions of years, and their tiny dark fruits were almost certainly eaten by prehistoric creatures wandering through ancient forests. Today, birds go absolutely mad for them. Dinosaurs' own feathered descendants are keeping a millions of years old tradition alive every single autumn. Number 6, breadfruit. Found across the Pacific and tropics, breadfruit is a starchy, calorie-dense fruit that botanists believe has ancient origins stretching back millions of years in the tropical rainforests where dinosaurs once roamed freely. It was a survival food for ancient peoples across the Pacific Islands, and before them it may well have been a feast for massive herbivorous dinosaurs moving through dense prehistoric jungle, pulling down heavy fruit from broad-leafed trees in a world nothing like the one we know. Number 7. Cornelian cherry. Do not let the name fool you, because this is not really a cherry at all. It is one of the oldest fruits in human history, with fossils of related species found from 55 million years ago. Tart, red, and packed with vitamin C, Cornelian cherries were eaten by ancient animals long before humans ever discovered them. They still grow wild across Europe and Asia today, quietly clinging to their ancient identity, while the world around them has completely transformed. Number 8. Muscadine grape. While most modern grapes are relatively recent hybrids developed through centuries of human cultivation, the Muscadine grape is a wild, ancient variety native to North America, thriving since long before humans ever arrived on the continent. Fossil vines related to muscadines date back over 65 million years. These thick-skinned, intensely flavored grapes are about as close as you will ever get to tasting what a dinosaur might have actually eaten. They are a living time capsule, growing wild in forests across the American South. Number 9. Wild mango. The mango family stretches back over 25 million years in fossil records. The wild ancestors of today's mango were small, fibrous, and packed with seed, designed to be swallowed whole by giant prehistoric animals whose powerful digestive systems would spread the seeds far and wide across vast landscapes. No megafauna, no mango. The entire existence of one of the world's most loved fruits depends on a chain of prehistoric animals that no longer walk the earth. Think about that next time you are eating one. Number 10. Coconut. The coconut's true origin is one of botany's greatest unsolved mysteries. Its massive size, incredibly thick husk, and extraordinary ability to float across oceans for months at a time suggest it evolved for a world with very different animals and very different coastlines than the ones we know today. Some scientists believe the coconut's design was shaped by giant animals, possibly dinosaur-era megafauna, that ate and dispersed them across ancient land masses. It has been floating around this planet for tens of millions of years, stubborn and indestructible. Number 11. Pawpaw. America's largest native fruit is so prehistoric, it feels completely out of place in the modern world. The pawpaw's seeds are far too large for any current North American animal to swallow and spread naturally, which means it evolved alongside mastodons and giant ground sloths that are now extinct. Today it grows in quiet forests across the eastern United States, creamy and tropical tasting, a fruit still ecologically mourning the giant creatures it was designed for. It is surviving, barely, in a world that has moved on without it. Number 12. Avocado. Yes, your avocado toast has dinosaur history. The avocado's massive pit makes absolutely zero ecological sense in today's world because no modern animal can swallow it whole. But thousands of years ago, giant ground sloths could, and before them, even larger prehistoric beasts spread avocado seeds across entire continents. The avocado we eat today is essentially a fruit frozen in evolutionary time, still growing enormous seeds for animals that vanished from this earth long ago. It is one of the most haunting examples of what scientists call an evolutionary anachronism. Number 13. Durian. The king of fruits in Southeast Asia is ancient, enormous, and so overwhelmingly pungent that airports have banned it from their terminals. Its extreme smell is believed to have evolved specifically to attract large, prehistoric mammals, the kind that could actually carry those massive, spiky fruits any meaningful distance through dense jungle. Durian's lineage stretches back millions of years in the fossil-rich rainforests of Southeast Asia. Ancient, overpowering, completely unforgettable, a fruit that still smells like the prehistoric world it came from. Number 14. Olive. The olive tree is one of the oldest cultivated trees on Earth, but its wild ancestors predate human civilization by millions of years. Fossil pollen from earlier species has been found dating back over 20 million years. Olives were being eaten by prehistoric birds and ancient mammals long before the first human ever pressed them into oil, traded them across the Mediterranean, or built entire civilizations around them. Every olive in your salad Every drizzle of olive oil across your bread carries millions of years of unbroken history inside it. Number 15. The fig. The fig is the oldest fruit on this entire list and possibly the most important fruit in the history of life on Earth. Figs and fig wasps have co-evolved together for over 80 million years. That means figs existed while Tyrannosaurus rex was still alive and hunting across what is now North America. This ancient relationship where the wasp pollinates the fig and the fig feeds the wasp generation after generation is one of the longest-running partnerships in the entire history of nature. Figs fed dinosaurs. Figs fed the very first primates swinging through ancient trees. Figs fed early humans as they spread across continents. And right now, a fig is sitting in someone's kitchen somewhere in the world, completely unaware of the 80 million year journey it took to get there. So the next time you bite into a fig, peel a banana, scoop out an avocado, or squeeze a lemon into your water, remember something. You are not just eating fruit, you are eating history, dinosaur history. And that is something no grocery store label will ever tell you. If this blew your mind, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below telling me which fruit shocked you the most. See you in the next one.